The Wednesday edition of the Daily L. I'm Emmy Sangvilai.
And I'm Raymond Coleman. We're glad you're with us. At least one person was killed in a head-on car crash on an Oklahoma highway. The collision occurred in the eastbound lanes of I-240 at May Avenue in Oklahoma City during the morning rush hour. Oklahoma Highway Patrol responded to the crash and has arrested a driver on the suspicion of driving under the influence. OHP has confirmed at least one person has been killed and has yet to release any more updates on who was involved. The crash shut down the interstate temporarily, but has since reopened.
Oklahoma law enforcement arrested 20 people linked to a massive drug trafficking organization. The project was called Operation Blunt Force and is responsible for finding people who are associated with the drug trafficking trade. The people arrested were linked to the How Chin organization, which housed over 1 million pounds in marijuana worth over $1 billion. Oklahoma Attorney General Gentner Drummond says that law enforcement executed more than 50 search warrants during the course of the investigation. Drummond also says that the leader of the group was arrested in New York and that the group had operating locations all across the country, including areas of Oklahoma.
A new proposed bill is forcing churches and nonprofits to turn away people based on their immigration status. The new bill says that no non-governmental organization should provide support for any illegal immigrant seeking refuge. The bill continues to say that if any NGO provides support, they could face up to $50,000 in fines. Authors of the bill include Oklahoma Senator Randy Grellner. There's no update on the passing of the bill, but be sure to follow the Daily O for updates on when they become available.
Speaking of controversial bills, the Oklahoma Supreme Court has cleared the way for a new tax increment plan for a massive entertainment district. This new district will be put in Norman by the University of Oklahoma. The district will include a new basketball arena for OU. The TIF allows developers to keep sales tax revenue generated within the district to pay for up to $600 million of the project's roughly $1 billion cost. The court says that the people of Norman will not be allowed to vote on whether or not they want this to happen. The ruling allows construction on the project to move forward at any time, but it is not yet started.
It was a little colder here in Stillwater today, but will that stick around? Grayson Buchanan can show us what we can expect tonight. Grayson.
Thank you, guys. Just like they said, the temperatures did go down again in Stillwater. It is currently 48 degrees, but it does feel like 46 because of that 5-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the west. Let's take a look off campus. It is a little partially cloudy, but the sun has creeped out at times in the day. Well, that's all we have right now, so let's take it back to the desk.
All right, Grayson. When we return, there's new royalty in Stillwater.
And an expansion to save some Oklahoma history. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Oklahoma State University has announced its 2026 Hall of Fame inductees. The university will induct 4 new members into the Hall of Fame. The members are Roger Cagle, Rick Muncrief, John W. Smith, and Dr. James B. Wise. These men are being recognized for their contributions to the university during their times at OSU. The accomplishments for these individuals include the founding of the Cagle program, national titles in wrestling, and innovations in medicine. The Hall of Fame ceremony will take place on February 13th at the ConocoPhillips Alumni Center. Tickets for the events are available for purchase on the OSU alumni website.
The Tulsa Fire Museum is launching a campaign to expand and even add a little more history in the process. The museum has announced a new long-term interpretive plan that leaders say will guide smart growth and broaden public education efforts. Chair of the museum, Mike Ward, says the reason for expanding the museum is, quote, "There are things that we want to share with the public that we simply don't have room to show." The goal is to raise $170,000 to fund the plan and complete the expansion by 2028.
Well, we had to bundle up a little bit today, but we could have some warmer weather coming in. Let's check back in with Grayson to see what to watch out for. Grayson?
Thank you, guys. Just like they said, we do have things coming our way, so let's take a look at the radar. As you can see, as tonight goes on, we are going to have slight cloud coverage come across and go into the southeast, but as we go into tomorrow, we will actually see more of the same, where the whole Oklahoma will be covered with clouds, especially Stillwater, as tomorrow will be partially cloudy. Going into Friday, though, we're going to see, we are going to heat up, but there will still be a couple clouds moving in and out of Stillwater, but a couple things to watch out for as we get to the end of the week. One of those things, like we said, are going to be rising temperatures. You'll see in a little bit that we're actually going to get out of the freezing and into the 70s. Cloud coverage, like we said, and as you saw on the radar, with those clouds just going across the east and coming in and out. Finally, a slight chance of rain when we get to next Tuesday and Wednesday, but I wouldn't be too worried about that. That's all for me right now, so let's take it back to the desk.
Thank you for that, Grayson. When we return, a year-old trial has finally come to a conviction. We'll tell you everything you need to know.
And people are speaking out to try to stop the violence in Minnesota. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made it to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Ryan Routh has been sentenced to life in prison for attempting to assassinate President Donald Trump. Routh was sentenced in a federal court in Florida after being found guilty last year. Prosecutors say that he attempted to murder President Trump so that he could not get elected in the last presidential election. U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon handed down the sentence, plus a mandatory additional 7 years for a firearm offense. If he remains in federal custody, his attorney has asked for a mental health treatment, before he begins serving his sentence.
In Minnesota, the brothers of Renee Good speak out on their sister's death. Good was shot and killed by an immigration agent on January 7th. Good's death resulted in an escalation of anger, opposition, and protest against the administration's immigration enforcement policies. Her brothers Luke and Brent Ganger spoke out, asking for help from the Democratic Party to get justice for their sister. Ganger says Good was an amazing human being who made people feel good about themselves. Good's brothers were not the only ones to speak out on immigration enforcement violence. There's been no action taken for Good at this time.
Bill Gates addresses the public for the first time since being named in the Epstein files. Gates says that he was foolish and that he regrets every minute he spent with Jeffrey Epstein. He also says that he has never been to the crime-filled island and that the emails that have come out, which have his name on them, are fake. Gates apparently met Epstein in 2011, years after the allegations began to emerge. Gates was just one of the many powerful names that have now spoken out since the release of the files.
While on the topic of powerful leaders, Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company plans to build a $20 billion data center. The center will be built in DeSoto County, which is near Memphis, Mississippi, and will be the company's third center in the Memphis area. This announcement comes after the company faced scrutiny from the people who live in the area. The citizens have made a petition to stop the company from building the center and have received over 900 signatures. DeSoto County has agreed to allow substantially reduced property taxes. The company is set to begin construction on the new center next month.
Cracker Barrel is under fire after their employees state that they can only eat at the restaurant while out on the road. Employees of the popular food chain have expressed their complaints about not being able to eat anywhere else while traveling. The company has since released a statement that says the employees who have expressed their concerns already knew about the policy when they agreed to start working there. Even though the employees expressed frustration, there have been no reports of any people leaving the company at this time.
It's game day in Arizona for Cowgirl basketball. Andrew Dunham is in the sports corner with the matchup right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alva when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that and had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham. Let's talk some sports. Cowgirl basketball is still in the heat over in Arizona. Following their win in Phoenix over the weekend, the Pokes are set to finish their road trip in Tempe against Arizona State. This is only the second time the Cowgirls have met the Sun Devils, with the Pokes leading the all-time series. The Sun Devils are 12-1 at home and are 5-5 in Big 12 Conference play, while the Cowgirls come in at 7-3. Staley Hurd has the chance to make career highs tonight as she's 6 points away from 1,200 career points and 3 assists shy of 200 career assists. Tip-off is at 7:30 in Tempe at Desert Financial Arena. The Cowboys will look to light up Gallagher-Iba tonight as they host the 16th-ranked BYU Cougars. Oklahoma State is looking to improve its home record to 13-2 on the season and, more importantly, pick up a 4th win in conference play. BYU is coming in looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. They are led by projected top pick in this year's NBA draft, A.J. Debonsa, who is currently 2nd in the country in scoring, averaging close to 24 points per game. The Pokes are looking to build on momentum from Saturday's win at Utah, where Anthony Roy was scorching the nets as he put up a team-high 26 points, along with Jalen Curry supplying 6 of the 16 team assists in 21 turnover-free minutes. Steve Letts is also looking to avoid back-to-back home losses for the first time during his tenure with the Cowboys. Tip-off is tonight at 8 p.m. Cowboy football coach Eric Morris spoke with the media for the first time since December. Now we know the former Mean Green head coach brought over 18 of his former players from UNT via the transfer portal. But despite that, Morris is making it known that this squad will have nothing to do with UNT.
The one thing that I made really, really clear and evident in my very first team meeting here is when I got into this room right here, like all 21 of the North Texas people were all sitting, on one side, and then we had everybody else over here. So before I even started getting into anything, I made everybody stand up, and everybody had to sit by somebody they didn't know in this room. So this is not North Texas, and this is the last time I'm going to talk actually about North Texas, just because this is all about 2026, the Oklahoma State Cowboy football team, and our identity is starting to be built right now. We've done nothing that we've done in the past is going to translate us winning games in the Big 12.
A cowgirl tennis duo is climbing up the ITA rankings. Earlier today, the ITA individual rankings were announced. Rosemarie Niekamp was ranked number 19 and Lucia Peyre at number 68. Both cowgirls were previously ranked in the ITA preseason rankings back in August and have started 2-0 in singles this season. Cowgirls are back in action on Friday against number 9 NC State in Illinois at the ITA Indoor National Championship. Well, that's a look from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. One plant is taking a country by storm. Emmy and Rama have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
A popular animation earned its first Grammy this past weekend. Riley Cohen has that and more in your A-List update. Riley?
Thanks, Rayma. History was made at the Grammys with K-pop Demon Hunters winning its first ever award. The hit animated film gave K-pop its first win at the prestigious award show. The film's popularity has turned two fictional K-pop bands into overnight stars. Its plot follows members of the band, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, who must keep the demons out of the human world through their music. The animated blockbuster was produced by Sony Pictures Animation and released by Netflix in June, giving Netflix its first #1 box office title. K-pop Demon Hunters was nominated in 4 categories, after the film earned awards at both the Critics' Choice Awards and Golden Globes. That's all I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
It's raining potatoes? Berlin, Germany is experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime event that they're calling the Potato Flood. Every year, Germany leads in the strange accolade of most potatoes consumed per person, at around 140 pounds per person per year. But this year, the regular potato harvest has Germans scrambling, as this is the highest crop yield in 25 years. To get rid of the excess crops, farmers are doing mass giveaways, with multiple potato dump zones being named. City residents are stocking up, putting mass amounts of potatoes into anything they can find. The event has prompted recipes and stories being shared, dating back to the 18th century, when the potato was established as a food staple. It's estimated there's still around 7 million pounds of potatoes up for grabs.
Stand up for some girl power, as today is Women and Girls in Sports Day. Athletic play is an important role in girls' lives. Today, we are recognizing the women and girls out there who are making an impact in the sports world. It's not just about participating in sports, as girls develop lifelong, valuable relationships during their sports career. It's not just about serious business. If you are someone you know is a woman or girl in the sports field, and you can post them on social media using the hashtag Women and Girls in Sports Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Grayson has our 7-day forecast. Grayson?
Thank you, guys. Just like they said, let's take a look at the weather. We can see that at the beginning of the week, we're going to be getting into the 60s, and actually tomorrow, the freezing temperature is going to go away for good. We can see as we get to the rest of the week, Friday and Saturday, we're going to be in the low 70s, and even Sunday when we get to up to 70. Monday and Tuesday, those clouds are going to roll back around, and the high will be 69 and 72. Well, guys, Women in Sports Day, let's shout out a couple, shouldn't we? I'm going to go for Emma Woods, who's one of our producers, and Riley Cohen, our A-List.
I'm going to go with Abby Walston, who's operating our camera right now, and also Reagan Lee, who produced our show today.
Alyssa Brandon and Kendall May Stark, who are our Dalio superstars.
And for me, I have to go with Shay Faulkner, but that's just to name a few. Well, that's all of our headlines today. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Dalio tomorrow and for the rest of the week for all that's happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Dalio, I'm Raymo Coleman.
And I'm Emmy Sangalai. Have a great night, everyone.
Happy Women in Sports Day. Right.
Awesome.
Isn't it great?
Lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale, and so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.